What's going on, fellas? It's your boy John here again. It's been 2 days since I had the nocturnal mission, and I can safely say that I've got a pretty good understanding of what the effects of a wet dream are on your body, your mental, your physical, and just what to expect when you've had one. Okay, not everyone's the same, so people are going to have different experiences with this. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you my experiences on what I experienced on this little event that happened, and try to give you an understanding of just what to do. Okay, so I can basically say that after the emission, I definitely felt a drop in energy levels. All right, a drop in energy levels is something that I've experienced. There's just less of that drive to do shit, less of a motivation to get up in the morning, less motivation to do a lot of things. However, I've used that as strength, because when I first started this journey, I felt these symptoms, the drop in energy and everything. But that was just my daily beat. That was who I was on a daily basis. So the low motivation and low energy drive has sort of been counteracted by my will, because I'm not going to let that get to me. All right, I'm not going to let anything get to me on this journey. My mentality is, look, I don't care what my physical says. If my body feels tired or I feel like I'm being a bit weak, that just gives me more motivation to get shit done. You know, if I feel tired for doing 100 push-ups, I want to do 120 push-ups. You know, I'm just going to push my body to the limit, because I'm not going to take no for an answer. Same goes for the cold shower. It's like I'm getting this, you know, feeling of, oh, I'm not going to do the cold shower today. I'll just do it tomorrow morning. And I'm like, the moment that thought comes into my head, I say to myself, well, that means I'm now going to do a cold shower for longer than usual. Usually I do it for around 3 to 5 minutes. Now I'm going to do it for 10 minutes. You know, that's what you get for being a contrarian, I tell my mind. But yeah, the biggest effect I will say is I have definitely felt some flatline symptoms. I reckon the strongest flatline symptoms were evident yesterday. Today I'm feeling a little bit better. There's still this irking feeling in my pit, in the pit of my stomach, that there's something wrong. You know, that something is up, something is wrong. My perceptions are a bit altered. I'm seeing people in a negative light. I'm definitely feeling a lot more self-doubt than usual. And they're not really related to anything in particular, it's everything. And well, I take this as a sign of my mind trying to get me to relapse. Okay, because I did, you know, didn't relapse, but the nocturnal emission was an orgasm and there was pleasure involved, right? Obviously there was dopamine that was released. A lot of dopamine was released during that event, and the mind, the brain got its hit of dopamine, you know, a large amount of it, that is, and it definitely fucked up the way I view the world a little bit. You know, these thoughts and feelings are mainly persistent. They're not something that I'm indulging in. They're just hitting me at random, and they're very strong. They've got a stronger charge to them. So it's, at times I've fallen right back into the old trap of being identified with the mind and just taking what the thoughts and the feelings are as face value truth, which is not the way to go about it at all. Your thoughts and feelings are not who you are. They are just that, thoughts and feelings. Yesterday I had a pretty big, you know, drop in confidence levels. I just didn't feel like I was at 100% efficiency. I didn't feel like I was worth it. I had a lot of feelings of self-doubt. You know, I just wasn't really feeling good, especially towards the end of the day. And usually these feelings of self-doubt and negativity are almost 100% caused by me looking or thinking about watching porn. I've noticed that every time I peek at porn, or I get the lustful thoughts and then I actually indulge in them. So I'm thinking that, you know, let's say I get a thought that, oh, I should just go and relapse. But I don't relapse, because I know why I'm doing this, but I am considering it. Truthfully, I'm truthfully considering relapsing. I know I'm not going to do it, but I'm considering it very strongly. So like, there's 75% of me that's saying that I want to relapse. That indulgence in the lustful thoughts causes a very negative subconscious effect, because at the end of the day, the confidence and the so-called powers that you get from this journey, the raw masculinity, the removal of shame and guilt, the social skills, the so-called law of attraction, which is definitely, it starts to work in your favor when you're on this journey. That will go away a little bit. I found your benefits will be hurt. Why? Because the porn represents the crux of anti-masculinity. Okay, porn is the example, the epitome of what a man isn't. A man doesn't watch other people have sex. A man doesn't watch pixels having sex, or he doesn't get aroused by pixels. Okay, unless a man does. A real man gets aroused by a real chick. He gets aroused with a real woman, with the courting, with the seduction. That is what excites a real man. Okay, you get the strongest erection when you're with a real woman, not when you're thinking or watching about porn. And, you know, especially after I had the wet dream, I definitely had a bit of the chaser effect, which was really strong. I really wanted to go and watch some porn. I really wanted to go and watch this stupid fucking video which was in my head. And I definitely did indulge a little bit, right? I didn't touch the little thing downstairs. Well, I say little, but you know what I mean. But I didn't do that. But I definitely did indulge in watching, and there was a negative side effect to that. Okay, a drop in confidence, a drop in self-assuredness, a little bit more hesitance and self-doubt in social situations. Okay, there was that, because you're not clean. You're not clean now. Your subconscious, your consciousness is not clean, okay? And people like us who are on this journey, I have a feeling that we were destined to be on the righteous path, okay? That doesn't mean we're not going to do bad things. We've all done bad things. We're all in this journey because we sinned. You know, I don't want to come at a religious angle on this channel, but, you know, let's just say we engaged in lustful thoughts even though we knew it was wrong. We engaged in lustful behavior and desires, and we knew that there was something wrong with that kind of behavior, which is why we're doing what we're doing now. So when we engage in that shit and take it at face value and actually do that kind of behavior, it does affect us negatively on a subconscious level, and we just don't feel good about ourselves anymore. We don't feel good about ourselves. And when we don't feel good about ourselves, it affects in our confidence levels. It affects in the way we speak to people. We become a lot more hesitant. We become less self-assured. Our self-esteem takes a hit. Yeah, because we're doing something that we're not supposed to do. Like for me, for example, I know that stealing, you know, it really does affect me at my conscious level. It affects me on my self-consciousness because I don't like it. When I steal, I feel bad, and I feel bad about myself, and I think that I'm a bad person, especially if I'm stealing from someone that I know. So I don't do that. I can't do it physically. If I do it, I feel bad. And the Bible says, do not steal, especially not from your own, in the place of your own dwelling. So that's even worse. Stealing from other people is bad, but stealing from people in your own home is even worse. And when you're too self-aware of this kind of stuff, when you're self-aware of this behavior, it becomes very difficult for you to indulge in that sort of stuff. So I don't think that these side effects, these negative side effects, are necessarily from the wet dream. I think that they're from just the indulgence in pornographic material and even considering to go back to that lifestyle. And I had to make a pretty hard and clear division on what I'm going to do from here on out. Right? I made the 2 videos about the paradigm shifts. Those videos were leading up to my ultimate decision, which was, that is not me. That is not who I am, because if I identify with the fapper within, even a little bit, I'm going to go back to that lifestyle, and I'm not going to be the man that I want to be. And I've had a taste of what it's like to be the man that I want to be, okay? I've tasted it and I felt it, and it's fucking good. I like it. I like being the man that I want to be. It is enjoyable. I feel good. I feel manly. I feel confident. I feel like I can take on the fucking world when I'm in that state, that is. And that man was born through the destruction of the old habits. He was risen from eliminating the vices that I was engaging in before. And to now indulge in those vices again means the destruction of this new man. And the new man is in his infantile stages. He's not established yet. He's emerging. So it's very easy for him to go back into his shell. It's very easy to get the masculine spirit to go back into his dwelling, his dormant self. because he's not experienced in the real world. When you bring out your masculine self, okay, the world will start to treat you differently. You're going to start to see people treat you with more respect. Women are going to be more attracted to you. People are going to treat you with a lot more of a kinder demeanor. Yeah, the world responds to you differently, and if anything, I look at it as the universe giving you a little wink, telling you that you're doing the right thing. And you don't know how to respond to this, okay? Especially if you've been a beta male or a lesser man for most of your life, then when this new man emerges, you don't know how to respond to it. It's a new experience. Okay, so this new man needs to get this new experience. He needs to get the reference experiences of the new world and the new paradigm that he's created for himself. Okay? Because this new man is going to challenge old beliefs. This new man is going to take you on adventures. And sometimes, lads, it's almost like you're not even playing anymore. It's like your body's doing the work. Yeah, your body just takes you to places, puts you in situations, and you're just there to experience the whole thing as if you're an observer, and you just watch your body do the work for you. You don't have to do anything. It just happens naturally. It's almost like the work's already been done, and the little voice inside your head is just watching what's going on now. That's the beauty of it. So you need to put this new man into new experiences. But don't forget that it's very easy for you to turn back into the old person that you were before, because the wounds of the past may have been healed, but they're still there, and it's very easy to open a nice big gaping gap in that same wound if you go back to your old habits. Okay, so there's my little experience post wet dream, and just the necessity of understanding that you're not going to go back to the old person you used to be, and you're going to enjoy this new man that you're becoming. Okay, you owe it to the new man, and you owe it to the world. Alright, take it easy, lads, and I'll see you next time.